Good morning. It is coffee time. So let's go ahead and get started with our Keto Brains nootropic. We're going to go in with 1 full scoop, meaning I had to scoop twice. Next up, we're going to have some salty electrolytes. This is Caramel Vibes, my favorite. We got Lugol's iodine 2%. We're going to go in with 2 drops of that. And a nice chunk of butter. We're going to blend it up, but I wanted to show you how I'm gently opening this because it's hot liquid with my paper towel. Okay, my cup of happy. I love this cup. Let's go ahead and give this a quick taste. You know, I love my morning coffee. It's just something that I really enjoy. It's Sunday morning, so I'm having breakfast at church, and what I'm having is coffee and some boiled eggs. We ended up heading out to Applebee's Grill for dinner today, and I had the 12-ounce ribeye. These are the options that I thought were potentially feasible. But we went ahead with the ribeye. It was just okay. Not a fan. I just added salt to it. You know how when the weekend is just as busy as the weekdays? Lord help us today, Jesus. Happy Sunday, everybody. I am going to just take a quick walk. Let's go down by the lake. Ooh, I see the swans. There they are. I see the little cygnets down there also. Oh my gosh. So cute. Today's been a hectic day. It's been a hectic weekend. And tomorrow we got to go back to work. But I wanted to just pop in here and say hello. I showed you guys what I had to eat today. This morning for breakfast, I had 2 boiled eggs with sea salt. And then for my second meal, I had a 12-ounce ribeye steak at Applebee's. It's not the best. It's just not the best. You see, I can cook. So as a person who can cook, it's very difficult for me to want to eat out, especially a steak, because I could literally put a steak in my air fryer and make it taste 100% delicious. I think I'm gonna have to change the glass on my phone because it's got a crack in it. So I'm getting these weird kind of lines and stuff in my video. I hope y'all don't mind because here we are. We're doing our summer walk and talk series. It's, unscripted, unedited. It's just whatever it be. Tonight I'm having an open house for my health coaching. I'm starting a 7-day challenge, 7-day sugar-free challenge. So you'll have to let me know if that's something that you're interested in. We can get you to be part of this cohort of people who are trying 7 days sugar-free. 7 days is doable. I know when I say like 90 days, it probably freaks people out a little bit. I think 90 days is really where the game changes. But 7 days can be really, really good and give some great insight into the changes that your body is going to make when you eliminate sugar. I wanted to show you this. This is my neighbor's yard. Man, so pretty. So I wanted to offer this again. It's been a year since I did my last 7-day challenge. At that time, I had about 4 or 5 people join the 7-day challenge. Of those people, we have, I want to say 3 people still doing a primarily meat-based way of eating. For good and for bad, you know what I'm saying? They sometimes struggled, sometimes fell off, but ultimately realizing that primarily meat-based way of eating is the way to go. So we're doing it again. Now that I have my second health coach in my practice, Coach Gerard, we're able to offer some things for the guys and stuff like that. We're able to offer a male perspective. And so that's really, really good. So yeah, we're starting a 7-day challenge. Let me know if you want in. In yesterday's video, we talked about impact, meet up and eat up with CarnivorousGrama and friends. And I had an interview yesterday, which will be coming out next week. And the question that she asked me was about impact. Like, what does impact mean to me? And that's why I'm doing this, y'all. Why I'm out here walking and talking about meat-based eating, talking about metabolism and metabolic health crisis, and talking about food and nutrition and all the things. Because our health is being negatively impacted by the way that we are eating. And we think the main thing is genetics, or we think the main thing, I think primarily genetics, like, oh, this runs in the family. We think that that's the main thing. And we never consider the fact that the food that we are eating is causing all manner of disease. The food. Because a lot of the stuff we're eating, even though we're consuming it and we're able to ingest it, it's just not food. It's just not food. Not meant for human consumption. And so what the main thing is, 80% of your problem has to do with the food that you are eating. Your overconsumption of carbohydrate. And when we say carbohydrate equals sugar, right? We have an overconsumption problem. I keep saying this over and over again. I feel like a broken record. Oh, look at this guy. I don't guess he realized he was going to be on camera today. What a beautiful boy. What a beautiful boy. Yeah, 80% of your problem has to do with the food that you are eating. Yeah, some of us are genetically predisposed to certain chronic disease states. However, it is the nutrition that we are eating that pulls the trigger to allow those disease states to kick in. Do you believe that? I know. It's a tough pill to swallow. It's a tough pill to swallow. And I think I was talking the other day about, if you knew that you could solve your problem by changing the way you eat, would you do it? You know, I think some of us may not. I think about the anxiety that I had, you guys. I was so afraid, so scared of everything. Like, you know, I would overcome things for a while and then it would come back. It would come back, you know. And I was just so anxious. So anxious. Let me give you this example. So at my church, I do the announcements. Now, at this point, I've been doing announcements for probably about 28 years, 29 years, something like that. A long time. Like, okay, when one of these kids going to grow up and take over these announcements? That's what I want to know. But I do the announcements. 29 years ago or 28 years ago, when they asked me to do the announcements, it's a lot of pollen in the air, you guys. It's hard to breathe out here, y'all. Anyway, I was such a wreck. So nervous. I thought, I'm going to pass out. If I have to get up here and speak in front of these people and just read these announcements, I'm going to pass out. And I was able to do it, and obviously I'm still doing it today. Another example. I won a scholarship. I was the very first person to ever win the scholarship. It was the dean's scholarship. And so, you know, I had a 4.0 when I went to community college back when I was 28, 29, 30 years old. And my Dean reached out to me and said, hey, we want you to give a presentation at the, as the first recipient of this award. We want you to come and give a little speech. I said yes. And then I worked myself into a tizzy and I called him back and I told him I couldn't do it. Missed opportunity. So fear of everything. I was afraid of, mingling with people and talking with people and meeting new people and all the things. So I always, try to be around somebody that I know. But since carnivore, y'all, here I am out here talking to y'all, first of all. But if you meet me in person, you would never know that I was quote unquote shy. I done started acting like my mother and just going up to people and introducing myself and stuff like that. Like, that's so outside of my comfort zone. I used to think my sister and my mom were so weird for doing that, but now I'm doing it too. I think that I thought this way of being with all these fears and the anxiety was normal for me. And it turns out it was really caused by food. Now, would I be willing to take that back so I could eat some Doritos, Cheez-Its, Cheetos even? No, thank you. I would not. I'm not taking that back for anything. I'm not taking that feeling back for anything. And, people ask me all the time, like, do you think you're going to do this for the rest of your life? As long as I am making choices about what I am putting into my body, and I expect that to be for the long term, because I expect that I will keep my faculties about me as I continue with my meat-based way of eating for the rest of my life, until my body just wears out of old age. So yeah, I plan on being a carnivore for the rest of my life, because the other way of eating that I had me all messed up. It had me all messed up, freaking out, worried about stuff. And I see that in my family members, and I'm like, yes, genetics do play some part in that, but it's not all about genetics. 80% of your problem is the food that you are eating. So keep in mind that I'm not a doctor or a medical practitioner. I am a health coach, and I'm a person who has experienced this for myself, this life-changing way of eating. And believe me, I tried all the diets. The only thing I did not try was vegan, because I just couldn't bring myself to. But I did do the Daniel fast, 30 days of Daniel fast. And so that's like vegan. No eggs or anything like that. And so I believe that I am qualified to say that you have these chronic disease states that can be touched, eliminated, put into remission, whatever you want to call it, by changing the way that you eat. How simple is that? Man, I wish everybody would try it. Anyway, my name is Robin Heron, and I am your Carnivorous Grandma. We are outside doing our summer walk and talk series, and we are talking about being primarily meat-based and that way of eating mostly, but whatever comes up, whatever topic comes up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. What are you waiting for? It's free. You do not have to pay a dime for it, and I would really appreciate having you in my community. If you are watching this video from my membership community, you're watching this video first, because you guys get all this series of videos before anybody else. So if you're interested in coming inside and being part of my membership community, you can click the join button. And then if you are watching this on TikTok, go ahead and click that follow button, because I would love to have you. All right, you guys, this has been Carnivorous Grandma Speaks Summer Series, Walk and Talk.